Hey friends, it's Tracy. In this video, I am going to share how I created these Christmas trees using some foam board and some different embellishments to create the perfect rustic country Christmas tree decor. All right, let's get started. I have always been a fan of rustic country Christmas, and recently I made some of these Christmas trees. I made them as wreath attachments for a country Christmas wreath that I did for the gift shop that I designed for, and I absolutely love the way that they turned out, and I want to share you how simple it was to create these Christmas trees. Now guys, what I'm starting with is just some foam board, and I have a couple of things that I am going to be using to measure out. I figure I was going to pull out my ruler, but then I just grabbed one of my Perfect Tales boards. So my point is, use what you have, something that gives you the length or however for you to measure. So what I do also is just take my box blade, cut out the trees the size that I want them, and then I have 4 of these that I'm going to be doing here in this country Christmas project that I'm going to be creating with you. So once I get all of those cut out, then what I'm going to do, guys, is use some batting. It's just to give it a little bit of cushion, a little bit of thickness so that they're not so flat. I want some form to my Christmas trees, and so this kind of fabric fill batting does the trick for me. So that's what I'm using. I just wrap that around my foam board just to give it some cushion. And how I covered these, guys, is in a previous video, I had shared that I hit the jackpot over at Hobby Lobby one time. These were remnants of just different fabric, and they were all in the pine green or the different colors of green for the Christmas season. I have been using them in so many projects. I use them on that Christmas wreath that I did for the gift shop that sells, that's where I sell my wreaths at and that kind of thing. And I wanted to share with you how I created my Christmas trees, and so that may inspire you to create some for yourself. I am going to be making a small kind of shelf sitter for a shelf. I'm just using one of those boxes. It's actually signs that I got from Hobby Lobby. I paid $1.29 for it during their 90% off sale. It actually is a sign that you can hang on the wall, but I am using it for a small box. So I'm going to be putting in some floral foam, and one I had just cut down to size, and I had, when I was taking off the kind of hanger, the sawtooth hanger, I had stubbed my finger, and so that's why I was bleeding. Sorry, you know, in crafting, there's always some war wounds. And so, guys, what I'm using here, this is from Hobby Lobby as well, and it is it's called Wood Bundle, and it is in the Christmas crafts section, and so it is already together, and so I'm going to be wrapping that around the small box. So what I'm doing to cover the bottom of the box, I am just taking some of the paper out of that winter berry paper stack that I got from Hobby Lobby, just attaching that to the bottom. You could also paint it, but I was really inspired to use some scrapbook paper that I had on hand, so that's why I'm using that. And then to attach the wood bundle around this box, I am just using a combination of my 3-in-1 beacon glue as well as hot glue. Now, I was careful when I, because these are like a small logs, and so they're glued all together, but I was, one had come off And it was not a problem. I just glued it back together. And so it comes on this felt type of paper that has all of them together. And so I just made sure that my logs would wrap around the box, like at the corners, so that it would lay nicely. And surprisingly, when I wrapped the wood bundle all the way around, it was just like one log short. If it would have been just one log longer, it would have wrapped all the way around. But it's not a big deal because I'm going to face that to the back anyway. But I could always add another little log that I get from the Dollar Tree or something like that, or buy another bundle and just take off one log and slip that in there so that it looks like it's cohesive all the way around. And for a filler, I just pulled out my favorite Fine Excelsior. It's kind of like Spanish moss, and just kind of put that over the styrofoam in the box. All right, to decorate my trees, what I did, guys, is I used some of these giant craft sticks just to have it glued so that I could stick them into the styrofoam. Then to decorate them, to give them just a little bit of embellishment, I pulled out some wooden buttons. Now, these buttons I've probably got at Hobby Lobby or either Walmart, and I just put them in a little plastic tray container to keep them all together. So then I'm just going to attach them with my 3-in-1 beacon glue, just to glue those to the actual front of it like that. I decided to just use the 3 trees. I felt that the 4th tree was just a little bit too much, and anyway, I'll use that for another project. All right, so then for the tops of the trees, for the small bow, I have this ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby. I love it. It's in the fabrics section. I'll put the link there, or actually I'll put the picture there if you want to look for that. I just love it so much. And so I just made a kind of like a shoestring bow, just 2-loop bow, and then I glued that to the top of each of my Christmas trees. I wanted to keep it with more of the woodland theme, so I pulled out many greenery bushes that I had clipped off pieces of those and just stuck them into the styrofoam. And I just love the way that this turned out. It's so versatile, and I didn't glue anything down so I can remove everything, and so that I can store it and enjoy it for years to come.